Showtime.
Hey everybody, welcome to Eric Abbenante versus the World. I would like to introduce my sidekick, Eric Abbenante. My great and powerful good friend here at Green Goddess Dispensary. We'd like to thank this enormous crowd for showing up and showing all their support. And here we go.
Thank you. All right. Yes, welcome to Eric Abbenante versus the World. This is going exactly how I envisioned it. And you know what? It's great. It's actually great how it's going. And even better, we got all this tangling. Oh, everything is just perfect. Oh, I am so glad to be here. This is my dream. Eric Abbenante versus the World. This is a political comedy show. A political comedy show. And I will only apologize if I didn't offend you. Oh my goodness, this is great. And my name is Eric Abbenante, big time Jewish news producer, as you can tell. Huge crowd here. You can hear, thank you so much. You can hear the roar from the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium that I edited in. Okay, you can absolutely hear it. 120,000 absolutely being piped in. Oh, it is so good to be here at Green Goddess. And here, please give it up for my supportive sidekick, Steve Richardson, the amazing Steven the Plumber. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. And my sidekick is here. It's so good. It's just absolutely wonderful. And she is living the dream as well, okay? She is seeing the absolute stardom of Eric Abbenante. She is absolutely witnessing it. Oh, thank you all so much. Oh, this is great. I mean, big time Jewish news producer. You could see me on NPR. Actually, that was recent. Oh, wait, you can't see me on NPR. It was a podcast. I bought a new suit to flow out to New York for it to be a podcast. I hope Trump takes all their money, Steve. Okay, I can't deal with it. I bought a whole new suit, and
I didn't know Tiger King had a garage sale.
I know, right? Like, I spent at least $40 on this operation right here, okay? And, you know, again, like, maybe when I hit 18 years old, I'll figure out how to wear it, you know? But this is the operation, yes, okay? We are doing great. But, Steve, we got through our pilot episode. Steve, how do you think I flew that pilot episode? How do you think I did with my flying skills?
I think you flew it like a Muslim.
Oh, that's terrible, Steve, because, you know, I've been reading on the internet that Jews did 9/11, you know? So don't take that from us, okay? It's very anti-Semitic that you would take that from us. Just terrible. Ugh. So we are at Green Goddess Dispensary, the greatest dispensary in the world, especially Texas. And Ken Paxton, he follows me on X, on Twitter. This is true. He follows me. I challenge you, sir. Come to Green Goddess. I'm pointing in the camera right now. Come to Green Goddess. And you know what? I'm having some of their products right now, and I'm hallucinating. I can see him. I can see him in front of me right now. Ken Paxton, you need to come here and debate cannabis legalization, okay? You need to come. And Ken Paxton is in the news right now because he was in another affair scandal. It's his second one. Okay, that's amazing. Yeah, and him and his wife, they got divorced on biblical reasons, which is, I got to start using that more often, Steve. Biblical reasons. You like that?
So she doesn't do butt stuff?
Yeah, no, that's what biblical reasons mean. I'm glad you translated for me. That's why you're the sidekick. I'm so proud of you. That's why you get that big paycheck. You know, yeah, I use biblical reasons.
Oh,
yeah, everything's big with me. And so, yeah, like, look, I use biblical reasons all the time. At Chick-fil-A, I was like, look, I'm returning this order based off of biblical reasons. You forgot my buffalo sauce. It is a mistake of biblical proportions. Okay, yeah, I'm sorry, but we can. Yeah, and Ken, if you're feeling comfortable, we will provide a couple women for you to cheat on your wife with, okay? I promise, to make you feel comfortable. We'll have at least a couple for you. Somehow, I will bring them. For you. Just for you, buddy, to make you comfortable. All right, so we got to get to the headlines, Steve. We got to get to the headlines. So many headlines this week. I had to deport some headlines. I mean, we got, because guess what? Trump, he caused peace in the Middle East. Did you hear about this?
Peace in the Middle East?
Yeah, he got Israel and Gaza to a peace deal. Isn't that amazing, Steve?
That is amazing.
I mean, out of all the people in the world, it was Trump. It was Trump who did it. I mean, they're like, sir, we've tried everything. What do you think we should do? Have you tried calling them shithole countries? Have you ever thought about that? You know, and what about just taking Israel's side blindly? Have you ever thought about that? And so, I mean, somehow it worked. I mean, it was just incredible. Like, he actually solved peace in the Middle East, and somewhere Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton are like, please wake me up from this 10-year nightmare. Please. What do you mean he was the one? You know, it's just absolutely incredible. He didn't win the Nobel Peace Prize. He didn't win the Nobel Peace Prize for, you know, causing unprecedented peace in Israel and Gaza. The Nobel Committee were like, you know, we don't think you're peaceful, noble enough, and you didn't drone strike enough American citizens, okay? To really get the award, like Obama, our great President Obama. So he didn't get the Nobel Peace Prize, and now he's kind of feeling bad. He's like, you know, I don't think I'm gonna get into heaven either. I don't know who told him. He's like, you know, I've heard I've been, you know, pretty bad. I'm on the naughty list. And it's absolutely hysterical because he's like, you know, I heard all dogs get into heaven. Does that mean Rosie gets into heaven? She's such a dog. Oh God, that Rosie. You know, I'll have a better chance than Jared Kushner. Sorry, Jew. Sorry. You know, it's just absolutely despicable. And you know, because that they caused peace in the Middle East, Trump's envoy to Middle East, Steve Witkoff, he went to celebrate in Israel, and he actually went in front of a crowd of Israelis and thanked Netanyahu, Benjamin Netanyahu. And the crowd of Israelis, this is true, booed him loudly. And it's like, look, they weren't saying boo, they were saying Jew. Boo the Jew named Netanyahu. You know, boo that Jew. That's what they were saying. That's what they were saying. It was just, you know, boo, boo. And man, a lot of Israel news. Israel, they played Norway in soccer recently. And if you're wondering how good Jews are at sports, Norway beat Israel 5-0. 5-0. Israel scored 2 own goals. 2 own goals. I haven't seen that much friendly fire since October 7th. I mean, it's just, woof. I mean, Israel sent them pagers afterward. Sent the pagers, that was the thing. I mean, you heard the announcers during the game. Israel controlling Gaza is the goal! You know, it was absolutely wonderful. So, yeah, and then the other big news in the Middle East, there is a comedy festival in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, and all the biggest comedians were invited, and it's a big controversy because they're being paid by the Saudi government $1.6 million. I mean, Steve, $1.6 million. Maybe we should go to Riyadh. You know what I'm saying? Would you go?
Yeah, I would go for half that.
Yeah. Too bad I'm a loser. We're not going to get there. But you know, especially at this pace. But you know, yeah, 1.6 million. That's some real shekels right there. I got to tell you. Well, you know, it's interesting that they're catching flack for this. Dave Chappelle is one of the people who went. Dave Chappelle famously turned down $50 million from Comedy Central because he didn't want to wear a dress. Only for him to turn around and wear a hijab. You know, it's just, he wore the hijab but not the dress. It's just amazing. It's just amazing. And don't worry, I totally have a right to make fun of the great Dave Chappelle. You know, there's nothing completely hypocritical about it. Me for my lowly perch. No, there's nothing crazy about it at all.
Feel it.
Yeah, Pete Davidson, actually, he's also there. His dad died on 9/11. And his response was, yeah, I want to negotiate 9 to 11 zeros on my contract. Is that cool? You know, that was his, yeah. Too soon, terrible. And yeah, they would have invited Carlos Mencia, but he was going to steal Saudi Arabia's infamous bone saw hacking of journalists bit, you know, they didn't want that. They didn't want that thief, Carlos Mencia, there. So much in the news. Kamala Harris has a new book out. 107 days, she's on a book tour. It's selling like hotcakes. She's finally getting some attention. And because of that, Joe Biden was like, you know, I also have a book coming out. It just like, it came out in the middle of nowhere. It's clearly, you know, because she's getting attention. He couldn't wait 107 minutes to take away her shine. Like, he's going to plan his death around Kamala's next big announcement. I'll tell you that. You know, Biden. His book is I Got Backstabbed. Yeah, that's his book.
I heard they were coloring books.
Yeah, exactly. It's it's just a bunch of selfies. You know, yeah, it's great. Oh, we're almost through the headlines. Oh man. So, like, have you heard about ICE? They posted a new video, and it was a Pokemon-themed video about illegals, saying we gotta catch them all. And you know, it was like really controversial. And look, you do have to catch all the illegals before they evolve into citizens. Okay, you gotta watch for that. And look, these illegals are clearly Pokemon because they're weak to ice types. Okay, ice types like grass types. You know, like those are the hippies. The ground types, those are the illegals coming through the border. The dragon types, those are the Asians. And of course, the flying types, those are the people who bought a ticket over here. And how does Christy Gnome, fit into all this this Pokemon ice equation? Well, she of course is Ditto, because every time you see her, she has a new face. Oh yes. And oh man, so like the big news this week was Jimmy Kimmel. I mean, and it kind of subsided, but it's still going on. Jimmy Kimmel, he was taken off the air and then reinstated. And I got to be honest, I've always hated Jimmy Kimmel way before it was cool. Okay. Because I'm a Utah Jazz fan, and he made fun of our precious Karl Malone. Okay? You can't do that. He did blackface on our precious Karl Malone. It was racist. And yes, I know Karl Malone raped a 15-year-old. Yes. Oh, you can't trust Karl Malone off the court with a 15-year-old. Guess what? I could trust him on the court. 18 seasons, 82 games a year. I could trust him. Okay? But anyways, Jimmy Kimmel. Yes, legally, constitutionally, he has the right to be on air, and he should be on air, right? But that's not the conversation that happened. The conversation that happened was like this discussion in the court of public opinion rather than the courts. And basically it went like this, I am the defense for Jimmy Kimmel, and Steve the Sidekick here is the prosecution against Jimmy Kimmel in the court of public opinion. The defense rises. All right, so Jimmy Kimmel, if we allow this to happen and we take him off the air, then all of us could be taken, have our free speech taken away. It is a slippery slope that we must prevent. All right, the defense rests. Prosecution?
But it's Jimmy Kimmel. Who cares?
Damn, I wasn't prepared for that. That's a much better argument than mine. Oof. Damn. Well,
Rest
yeah.
in case.
Yeah, unfortunately, what happened was Jimmy Kimmel didn't do as well in the court of public opinion. Whew. Yeah, it was tough. It was really tough. And then the last thing we're going to talk about on this portion, before we get to our amazing comedian who is here. We only had one comedian because he's that good. No one could follow him. right? And that's why he's here. Okay, so we have an amazing show. But the last thing is on the government shutdown, and it is happening right now. And the reason why most people don't know about it, so October 1st is when the funding of our government begins. September 30th is when it ends. And we never notice this cycle because it's during football season. And so no one cares except the nerds. But basically, long story short, Republicans and Democrats, whenever they're in power, to fund the government, they're like, all right, you got to put something in that we like. Republicans, it's a border wall. Democrats, it's like, free abortions for trans illegals. The basic stuff that, both sides really care about. And so the Republicans this time were like, we're just going to give you a clean CR, kind of. Just vote for the government to come open. We could take our ball and go home, but we're not going to. And the Democrats were like, Democrats, they're like Palestinians. Never take an opportunity to miss an opportunity. They never miss an opportunity to miss an opportunity, these Democrats. And they're just like, you know what? We're going to take our ball and we're going to go home. But the Democrats, they don't control anything. So they have no ball. But we identify as people with balls. That's not going to cut it. That's not going to cut it.